Und damit ein herzliches Willkommen zu Let's Play Fake und Order. Ich bin es am Sofix. Wir sind hier immer noch in den Interludes. Beim letzten Mal haben wir die von einer guten Timecare gemacht. Nun widmen wir uns einer neuen, und zwar niemand anderes als die von unserem Night of Sadness, dem Ritter des Trauers, Tristan. Und schauen wir mal, was hier uns in seiner Interlude erwartet. Gilt ja als eine sehr, sehr gute Interlude, die ihn einen näher bringen soll. Da bin ich jetzt erstmal sehr gespannt, weil ich bin ja nicht unbedingt sein größter Fan. Aber wir geben ihm natürlich fair, wie wir sind, eine kleine Chance. Und dann schauen wir mal, was uns hier in der Interlude It Begins with Loss so erwartet. Trauer. Sadness. Das ist ganz sicher. These are the things I let go of. The things I lost. I reach out, but the distance is infinite, which only compounds my melancholy. And so I surrender. I stop my vain efforts and return to my own tasks. Ah, that is probably the beginning of my mistakes. This hand is truly... Is it a harp? It must be Tristan. Someone sounds even more sad than usual. Geht es? Yes. The music that he usually plays combines both cold vibrations and warm rhythms, but this... I can sense heavy sadness, like someone is lost at the bottom of the sea all alone. Oh, it appears that Tristan is thinking of something sad. Bedivere. Something sad? The music that Night plays usually reflects his present mood. If he's happy, he plays a happy tune. When he's sad, a sad song. He can express even the most complex of emotions with his harp. Ah, bird boy, is it sad again? That's a switch. Mordred. Mordred, do you have any idea why Sir Tristan is so melancholy today? Cuss not, maybe? If the dog guy is a dance he could sleep through a parade is sad. It's gotta be because of our king or some girl. Either one of those set him off real fast. That's true. He slipped through a parade? Yes. After a victorious expedition, returned home in triumph with our king. Received a joyous reception from the citizenry. But while we were riding through the fanfare, Sir Tristan was asleep on his horse. Sir Lancelot obviously reprimanded him, but he may even have been sleeping through the lecture. Looking at that guy, you can't hardly tell if he's asleep or awake anyway. Unless something is really serious, he always got his eyes closed, somewhere he's still aware of his surroundings though. I read somewhere that animals like bats and rays possess the ability called echolocation. Perhaps Sir Tristan is like that. That is certainly a theory. Well then, he's got to be a bat. We're already not sure whether he's a bird or human anyway. Well, that is quite rude, Sir Mordred, but Sir Tristan nerves are truly mystifying. He possesses sensitivity, impudence, transience, and ignorability. An animal that is tranquil, unreadable, but is said to shed tears at times, indeed. I suppose comparing him to a whale is appropriate. Sir Bedivere, Sir Mordred. Eh? Oh, Tristan. I have come, master. I have heard my name bandied about with some unkind words. Something about bat or rail. That is, a bat is out of the question because they are lacking in eloquence, but I suppose a whale isn't so bad. Huh? Seriously? See what I mean? That's what this whaleman is like. Nein, Mann, das ist man schon mal, das müssen wir schon wieder screenshotten, Mann. So, alles mit Whales ist immer gut. What the heck? Bats fly and they suck blood. They are so much cooler than the whales. They're freaking badasses. I'm suddenly stricken with sadness. So a bad man is what you see as beautiful? As knights, I believe we must change that perspective. The same goes for the heartless Bedivere. Haha, my fingers are itching to play music. It's been a while, but shall I play some battle song? It's time for my training. See ya! And I remembered I need to return the books I borrowed from the library. I freeze overdue, so I must be sure to return them today. Medi ist eine Lüge. Zu dieser Zeit, wo es den Interlude gab, gab's noch gar nicht hier die Bibliothek in Chaldea. Das ist erst mit Murasaki gekommen. Tristan, are you mad? No, not at all. It's hardly news that Mordred is so lively, nor that Bedivere is so strict with me. But I am not known as Tristan, the child of sadness, for nothing. The sadness that I bear is in my heart does not simply disappear so easily. So during our next battle simulation I shall stand against him and focus my attention on my target. He's so angry. Do I have to admit, I'm at least a little angry after hearing their conversation. Sir Bedivere really knows how to push my buttons. By the way, that harp. I see you've noticed. I was remembering the past. I was thinking of Isolde. Isn't Isolde your... There were, in fact, 2 Isoldes in my lifetime. One was the Isolde I loved, the other was the Isolde with hands who loved me. Most people get the wrong idea about this story if I tell it. They think of it as a story of an immoral two-timer figurine that makes sense for a handsome man like me. Well... It's fine, no need to exaggerate your words. Ultimately, did I really love someone? According to the legend, my failing in love was the work of a love potion. That mad, passionate feeling, I never once felt it with the Isolde with the white hands. But that was just the effects of the potion. Could it have been a mistake, a fleeting dream one night? Yes, and all this seems to come from the fact that I was never loved once, not from the moment I was born. As I never knew love during my childhood, perhaps I never learned to love others. Thinking of such things immediately drags me down, and the next thing I knew, I was playing this music. No, I don't think that is true. Tristan, you're the sort who would never think twice about sacrificing his life for others. That is simply how a knight should be. But, however, as Sir Bedivere mentioned, maybe I do fail as a human being. As a melancholy dragon who never knew love, I can't help but to think I may well end up crushed under Martha's foot. Calm down! I am calm, my heart is beating at a normal rate. I can check my pulse if you would like. Tristan, up to his old tricks. Once he gets started on self-loathing rant, there's really no stopping him. He'll be at this for a while. Gawain. Sir Gawain. But I'm sure even you would not understand my suffering. Of course I wouldn't understand. Not so much your sadness as why you're always getting so sad. Nobody can best you when it comes to loving someone. At least that's what I think. Love is a shapeless thing to begin with. Even loyalty is a type of love, wouldn't you agree? It has nothing to do with physical lust. The intensity of passion is meaningless. For example, let's say that there is a man who was weak and mild-mannered. He then took a woman to be his wife. But then a powerful entity threatened his life unless he would trade it for his wife. And then the man sadly compiled. Would he say that he did not love his wife? Who are we, who are much better able to fight such a being, to say that such a man did not love his wife? Well, love is not just about wanting to let go. It's not that you don't know love. My apologies, I may have overstepped my bounds, but I got too aggressive, just as I do in battle. Master, please do not trouble yourself about Tristan's lamentations. This cloud of sadness can simply be blown away by force. Working up a sweat in a simulator should distract him. Care to try, Tristan? I suppose. It feels a touch impulsive, and perhaps I am brutish that I suppose I should try Sir Gawain's idea. Very well then, Master, please give me orders. In my present wavering state, it's best if I ask you to make the decision here. Then use a simulation of me for his opponent. Please make him as strong as possible. After all, the intention here is to distract Sir Tristan from his perpetual melancholy. His abundance should be a night with all the force of power of the sun. A full power Gawain? I'm having trauma flashbacks to Senpai. For Tristan's sake, let's give him all our support. Lalalalalalala. Ganz sicher nicht, liebe Leute. Ich will nicht nochmal Camelot haben. Und selbst Mesh hat ja noch Albträume von hier dem Fight gegen Tristan, wo ich immer noch sehr positiv überrascht bin, dass wir es so geschafft haben. Für mich war immer noch das schlimmste Camelot-Fight war der gegen Mordred mit ihrem verdammten MP-Gespamme. Ja, ja. Wir nehmen ja auch Tristan. Mein Tristan ist leider hier erst Level 70, weil mir Pages fehlen, um ihn auf die letzte Ascension zu bringen. Und ich bin zu geizig, die zu farmen, weil die kommen ja in der nächsten Lotto. Und deswegen muss mein werter Tristan hier leider noch ein bisschen leiden, aber das sollte nicht allzu schlimm sein. Mir fällt gerade auf, nichts, was mir muss bringt, aber egal. Schwing den Bogen her. Ja, nicht schlecht hier. Ja, ganz gute Schaden. Zack. Er bekommt ja, also okay, jetzt bekommt er seine MP-Upgrade, was ganz cool ist, was natürlich seinen Multiplikator erhöht macht. Und ich glaube ihm Ignore Defense noch gibt. Aber das richtig krasse wird er im Endeffekt dann mit Lostbelt 6, wenn er sein Upgrade bekommt. Dann erhält er nämlich ein Upgrade, dass er dazu noch einen Quick Buff erhält. Und es ist halt nicht nur ein Remove für spezielle Buffs, also für diese ganzen Mental Buffs, was er jetzt hat, sondern es ist dann für alle Buffs und es tut dazu noch die ganzen und es tut noch Leben dazugeben. Genau, so war das. Also ziemlich krasser Buff, wenn man sich das so überlegt. So, wir haben schon das andere Team parat. Kann ich nur Baby Boy raustun und dafür tun wir Power rein. Ja, müsste so klappen, wie ich mir das vorstelle. At least, I hope it. Wird schon. Ja, komm, hau mal einfach raus, was soll man denn sonst machen? Okay, laufen wir noch ein bisschen weiter Depri durch die Gegend mit Tristan hier. Good work, Senpai. He was strong. What a brute, so much so that I nearly lost the melody that has been in my head this whole time. Fortunately, that let me concentrate on the battle. Still, I can hardly believe the pain that even a servant can feel. No wonder others call it a second life. Danke to hang up on it. I will try. I cannot forget that if I become a burden to my master, I'm a failure as a knight. I shall set my sadness aside. My song has a certain bounce to it now. It seems tonight I will be playing a pleasant tune. Good night, master. May we both have pleasant dreams. Nacht die Nacht. I dreamt I became a bird and flew through the air. I've always felt that dreams of this sort are philosophical in a way. Something about seeking freedom, or something like a bird is dreaming about you. But that is not possible. My name is Tristan, a knight of the Round Table. Now I am a rogue spirit, a servant, an archer. I open my eyes with conviction. I know Master is before me. Master does not look bewildered. He looks straight at me. He is not strictly like my king, but also not gentle like a saint. I was captivated by those intensely human eyes. Master, am I dreaming? In response, he nodded. I see. So we are in my dream. That's how it usually goes, yeah? I see. In brief, this is more inside of a servant's mental world than it is a dream. I had no idea that you fought for any purpose other than restoring humanity, whether in our outside or servant dreams. You work so much, Master, so hard and so tirelessly. This is actually fun. What? Your mental fortitude is enough to cause even me to open my eyes in shock. Aber du öffnest sie nicht. No. Could it be that after so many harsh battles, you are simply always mentally prepared for more? That is impressive, all on its own. I should like to be so strong, but that is a difficult thing to be. Ach, liebe Leute, meine Träume über Dante und alles mit Shimoza, das war deutlich schlimmer. So this grassy plain is my mental world. It's peaceful, but boring. No, I am being too harsh. If there's something, entity lurking in my physique, then danger is sure to be nearby. We must cautious, even of something so small as a rabbit. After all, even a tiny innocent rabbit may turn out to be a dreadful vorpal bunny. It's got sharp, well, it bites hard. Even the 11th of our number, Sir Boris, was decapitated by a single attack from a dreaded vorpal bunny. Under the light of the sun, Sir Gawain was forced to use all his strength to halt the rabbits down while Sir Lancelot beat it with a rondo knight. And then Sir Mordred darted in and kicked it viciously, and Merlin just keep talking about the king like a broken record. And finally we defeated this greatest of foes. That's really a thing? Also die Tafelrunde war doch nicht so beeindruckend. My apologies, Master. I may have embellished a bit, but I was just trying to lighten the mood. Keep your day job, Tristan. Oh, Sir Bedivere always found that story hilarious. Could it be that he was faking it? Ah, it seems the real beast has come up us while we were japping. Is that a beast within my heart, or is it a malicious thought or a given form? Either way, Master, let's fight together. Oder es ist doch der furchtbare Hase. Liebe Leute, Attack of the Bunny. Oder Scarlet Bunny? Oder Shishu Bunny? Alle Bunnies, liebe Leute. Okay, liebe Leute, dann legen wir los, Mann. Beenden wir seinen Albtraum hier. Zumindest versuchen wir es. Aber erstmal müssen wir ein Opfer beklagen. Ja. Da müssen wir dann seine MP-Animation gewöhnen. Die sieht echt cool aus, Mann. Und die ist so schön flott. Und wie gesagt, ich finde es so nice, dass das jetzt einfach verschwindet. So. Hey, hey, hey. Tristan ist in der Hood. Mir fällt gerade auf, wie broken Tristans neues Upgrade ist. Weil mit seinem... Er hat eine MP-Batterie, 50%, was ja super, super cool ist. Aber es ihm ja nicht erlaubt, in der ersten Runde sofort seine MP rauszuhauen. Da er ja seine MP sealt dadurch. Und das Ding ist natürlich doof, weil er kann dann halt nicht Instant Looper sein, er ist dann auch kein Reloader. Aber sein Upgrade erlaubt es ihm ja einfach dann das Ding wegzunehmen. Und das ist irgendwie richtig, richtig stark broken. Fällt mir nur so gerade als kleine Randnotiz ein. Aber deswegen spielen wir den guten Tristan, um zu sehen, dass er auch wirklich was kann. Auch wenn David cool ist, Mann, ist hier. Wie viel fandet ihr jetzt eigentlich mal? Das habe ich vorher gar nicht geschaut. Ah, 8%. Das ist eigentlich seltsam, Mann. Er hat so viele schöne Hits auf seinem MP. Weil, ist es nicht so schlimm. Okay. Passt. Sitzt. Und eine Spirit Root haben wir auch noch. So, machen wir weiter mit der Interlude. Ich denke, die werden wir in dem Part nicht komplett durchhauen. Aber wir machen jetzt weiter und jetzt kommt ein lustiger Fight Level, Leute. Schauen wir mal, ob wir das schaffen werden. They were not so tough. If that is the evil that dwells in my heart, it is unimpressive. But I thought all would be resolved when we defeated those enemies. We are not waking up though. I'm terribly sorry. It's almost nightfall. Hard for a night to come even in my dreams. You must be tired. Let's find an inn so you can rest. But to be honest, I'm not sure where we are in the first place. We have no choice but to wander aimlessly. Aside from the beast that we encountered, we have come across a single living being. Troubling. Ask Master whether a ritual of some sort was needed to wake us up, but he did not have a definitive answer. Rather, he asked if anything rang a bell to me. I was asked, so I thought something necessary to wake up. I thought of two options. First was suicide. In other words, if I slit my own throat, I would probably wake up. However, I doubt that was the answer to our troubles. If this was by chance an illusion established by the enemy, I would be a fool who abandoned my master. The second option, find my true enemy. It was hard to believe that beast was the enemy who dwelt within my heart. There must be an entity, a source, that had given life to the beast. Is that a city? Let's check it out, Master. That may at least spare us having a camp outside for the night. Camelot? It's empty, and this city is... A faint memory seems to be stirring. My instincts were screaming, warning me not to set foot in this place. Master, let's get out of this immediately. The city is dangerous. But das ist eindeutig Camelot aus der 6. Singularität. You're right, thinking this place is deserted, but it is precisely why it's so dangerous. Isn't this Camelot? How? Do you know the name of the city? No, I guess it's obvious. We are in the singularity, Camelot. It should have been restored already. But that person is not here. Even if they were here, I would choose. Master. It is surprising how much can be learned from the sound of breathing alone. It can tell us whether someone is calm, angry or sad, whether they are lying happy or even waiting for a chance to strike and kill. But the breath that you, Master, just drew when you spoke was not that of a human being. You are not Master. If you are not Master, you were the one who was dwelling within me. Ja, das ist aber abgekillt, Mann. You, sir, get over eager to make a terrible mistake at the crucial moment. See, this is what happens when you abandon your attack to simply wait and see what happens. You wouldn't be in this mess had you already taken down the unknown entity disguised as Master. You're, no, not Sir Gawain. To take this form disgraces us all. You must disappear immediately. Oh, Sir Tristan, what led you to this conclusion? You have no basis for saying so. We are mere servants who are not even our experts. We are degraded imitations that manage to establish our existence with masters acting as an anchor. But that is not the case for you. You are the Knight of the Round Table himself. You have sworn your loyalty to a certain individual. Shut up. No, I will not. The more you wish to silence us, the more we must speak. Armor Beady. Do not talk of our brotherhood. Do not slander our loyalty. Every time you change form, you dismiss the honor of the Knights of the Round Table. Then tell us your name. Tristan of Sadness. What of it? Yeah, that's right. But you're missing something, dumbass. You're a Knight of the Round Table. That's right, a Knight of the Round Table. Though in the end I relinquished that seat. And by relinquishing that seat, you must have renewed that vow of yours. Vowed that you would offer your everything to that person. It was like opening up an old wound. Every accusation they threw at me reminded me I was back in that singularity. Why do you crow, sir? Did your massacre feel good to you? Quiet. Nightless. Fierce. Rampant. I'm dizzy. I feel like throwing up. Don't remember. Remember. You should have forgotten. Now a partial image must still be burned into your mind. Reversal. Irreparable massacre. Devastation beyond hope of repair. Crime beyond hope of redemption. You want to have another taste of it? Look, you're laughing. I unconsciously covered my mouth after hearing those words, and in that moment I was crushed by a darkness of great pressure and intensity. Master. How many times must I commit this mistake? How can I atone for this sin? Das ist die goldene Frage. Erinnert sich hier an das Grausige, was er hier getan hat, an das Monströse, wo er hier wahllos Menschen abgeschlachtet hat. Liebe Leute, wir machen nun erstmal einen kleinen Cut. Beim nächsten Mal geht es dann weiter und wir werden dann Tristans doch sehr spannende Interlude beenden. Bis dann, haut rein, auf Wiedersehen.